All right, let's talk about boobs. If you're watching this video, obviously I decided to share this journey with you because, to be honest, to be very, very honest, I am still very hesitant to upload this video. Now that you're watching it, obviously I decided also to upload and share this journey with you. Yes, I know it was a very strong intro with saying, let's talk about boobs, but it's the truth. We are talking about boobs today. In specific, about my boobs. I do have breast implants, and it's actually today that I'm getting them out again. I want to share with you in this video about why I did in the first place get the breast implants, how I felt about them over the years, and why I'm getting them removed now. Why did I get breast implants in the first place? So the breast implants are now 11, 12 years old, and I actually got them because doctors found a knot on the right side of my breast. So they weren't sure if it's a benign or if it's a malicious knot or cyst or something like that. And it was actually already quite big, and the doctor then recommended we should remove it. So the recommendation was to remove the knot, obviously. As you can imagine, if you remove a bigger portion of your breast, they will be different in size. Like if you leave that one alone and remove a big part of they are not symmetrical. Yes, obviously, boobs are never symmetrical. It's like eyebrows, they are sisters and not twins. But it was actually a quite substantial amount. I got the breast implants to even that out, to get it more symmetrical. When I heard, as a young 23-year-old girl, I was in a completely different mindset back then. I was super excited. Woo, I will get breast implants. I will be so cool. Yeah, breast implant. Yeah, I will have big boobs. I mean, I already had big boobs, so I was quite excited, to be very honest, because I saw it as an upgrade. Now thinking of it, why would that be an upgrade? I don't know. I don't know. That was my motivation back then. We did not go above and beyond, but obviously it increased my breast size to a smaller bit. I mean, obviously where we remove the knot on the right side, the implant is much bigger than the implant on the left side. So it will be symmetrical. So yes, I was a young woman getting breast implants, was super excited. For some reason, I thought with bigger breasts, I will be able to heal the world and be the cause of world peace. And I imagined myself like wearing all those sexy outfits and be admired by everyone, by girls, by boys, by everyone, and that to never have problems again in my life. Oh, maybe I should kind of create a disclaimer. I'm just sharing my experiences. I am not telling you what to do or what you should not do. I can only share my experiences, and this is no advice in any kind, just literal sharing my experiences. Again, I was super excited. I thought everything will be easy afterwards, and I do not have to worry about anything, anytime, about anything in this world. Silly me. Did I regret it immediately, or was I happy with them for many years? So at the beginning, I was very happy with them because you kind of have to. I don't know how to explain. You spend a lot of money. I mean, a portion of it, the insurance took over. But again, the insurance took only over the part of getting surgery, etc., and getting the knot removed, but not the implants per se. Yes, I was happy with them, and actually the doctors really did a very good job. So they are now symmetrical. So they did a very good job in choosing the right size of the implants. But yes, in the first few years, they were fun. I kind of have to admit that. Fun in a way that like, oh yes, I'm so sexy. Oh yes, I'm putting on a t-shirt and I'm sexy, etc. But now we're coming to a changing point. After a few years, I realized I don't want to get all those looks. I don't want to be admired for my exterior. I don't want to be admired for how my boobs look. I want to be admired for what I have in my brain, what I have to say, what I was able to accomplish. I wanted to be admired for soft skills and not hard skills. I wanted to be admired for my software and not for my hardware. So after a few years, I realized I didn't like them. I felt uncomfortable. I kind of started to hide them, to not really neglect them, but I really started after a few years to regret my decision. I'm yapping. Wanted to remove them a few years ago already. But I went to a doctor, and really kudos to him. Usually if you see a plastic surgeon, they would do everything in their mind or in their option to say, yes, of course, he can help you, he can cut you open and do whatever you want, as long as you can pay him or her, right? But then this doctor said, no, he don't want to do that, because I should consider that when I am done with getting children. Right? So I was like, okay, I will wait. So the question now is, why am I getting them removed now, even though the past surgeon said no? So 2.5 weeks ago, something you also start to learn about your boobs is to always double check them and how do they feel, etc., to see any kind of changes, especially if you had the experience to have a knot in one of them. So what changed was that one night, again, the right side felt completely off. And while touching it, it felt so weird. I mean, I explained it to my husband, it feels like memory foam. And implants are not supposed to feel like memory foam. Like if I press onto it, it really slowly got back into its shape. So that's not supposed to be. So I got really scared, and obviously what did I do? I got ChatGPT advice and say, hey, let's go to the doctor and get some ultrasound. So I got to the doctor, he got me some ultrasounds, and in the ultrasound it was obvious that the right implant got some ruptures. Luckily it was only ruptures at this point. Now I'm no longer so certain, because right afterwards I got sick again. I'm still sick. We're still doing the surgery. I double checked because the breathing canals, they are open, so there's no issue with that. It's now only that my ear is infected. Yay. It's not an emergency, right? But it's something you should extract then as soon as possible, because over the lymphs, over time, obviously, there can be some smaller parts of the silicone. There's nothing flowing out. Sometimes smaller parts of the silicone of the cushion could fall off or get completely off from the bigger portion, and then goes over the lymphs, etc., and be transported around your body. So I double checked this with my OBGYN, and he said they need to get out. They simply need to get out. If you're not pregnant at the moment, and if there are any other, we don't want to wait until you get your second child, etc. They need to get out now. Was the rupture the reason for the surgery, or just the final push? No. If the rupture wouldn't have taken place, I would have taken the advice to wait until I do not want to have any more kids. But I was certain. I'm certain since a few years actually that in the end, at some point, I will want to have them out of my body. Very, very, very directly said. How do I feel right now? Am I nervous? Yes, I am nervous. I mean, it's a surgery in the end, right? On the other side, I'm quite excited. I know it doesn't look like, but I'm quite excited to get this over with, and I kind of do feel like the rupture was a good thing in disguise, to be able to get them out now and not wait like many years more. What was also quite interesting in the past few days, you would think that I would stand in front of the mirror and say, oh my goodness, will I miss them? But in the end, as soon as I realized they will be gone in a few weeks, I don't want to say I neglected them or I ignored them, because how can you ignore these, right? But I want to just, I kind of just want to say goodbye. I also just kind of want to be a good parent, a good mother to my daughter, and a good role model to say you don't need big boobs to success in life, right? So, I haven't told you. So when are we getting done? So in this surgery, we are not obviously only removing the implants, because it would still be the same, then they would be in different sizes. So he will actually remove, because there is still enough of my own flesh. There is still enough of my own flesh there, so he can work with that, and he will remove as much as possible, not as much as possible, but as much as needed, so that they are symmetrical. And then we will also have to make this breast lift, because obviously with these implants, a big disadvantage is that, yes, gravity will still work on your implants, duh. So obviously he will also need to do some kind of lift. I wish I would have seen a video like that, to be quite honest, before I got them, because now thinking of it, what we are doing now would obviously be an option back then. I don't know why the plastic surgeon back then did not push me more into the direction like, okay, not get implants, but make the other side smaller so they are symmetrical, right? I don't know why he never suggested that, or I can't remember if he did, or I did just not wanted to hear that. It's 5 minutes before we need to leave the house. I want to brush my teeth. I'm nervous. Yes. Tomorrow at this time, I will have smaller boobs. So, yes, say goodbye as long as you can. But I will not miss them. Sorry, I simply will not miss them. Right, so I rumbled a lot. And I will see you in the next clip. Well, let's do that. Pflücksalat, geschmorter Lauch mit Cashewcreme und Erdäpfel. Dann es gibt das Klassikmenü Club Sandwich mit Pommes. Es gibt Erdbeer-Cheesecake. Es gibt Tomatencremesuppe, Spaghetti Bolognese. Und dann gibt es einen Caesar-Salat mit Hühnerfleisch und Crostini mit Paprikamarmelade und Erbsen-Guacamole. Ich glaube, ich nehme den Caesar-Salat, weil gesund, und den Erdbeer-Cheesecake, weil gut. Ja, genau. Ich bin fast mein Fußnagel lag zu meinem Haut. Ich weiß nicht, wo ich mal gegoogelt habe und auf einmal so, ja, es könnte Krebs sein. What? Hi, quick update. Everything went well, as according to plan. Just wanted to give this very brief update. Everything is alright, everything is okay. Just didn't want to leave you hanging on a cliffhanger, literally. I'm really looking forward to drink some water now, because I'm still on an empty stomach. Didn't sign up for the fasting part, actually. No, obviously I did. I will stay the night today, or tonight. I will stay the night here, and tomorrow morning there will be a visit, like a check-in from the doctor, and afterwards I can then already grab and go. So now really looking forward to the dinner. I'm getting a Caesar salad and a strawberry cheesecake. Woohoo! And something I actually realized, side fact, for some reason after the surgery, when I woke up, my first thoughts were in English. If you're curious about how it feels like directly afterwards, for some reason I am really handling, what's the English word? So much about, I'm having a good thing of vocabulary. The doctor, the anesthetist, for some reason, anesthesia, I don't know, the doctor who put you into sleep. I'm really managing that very well. So after I woke up, it really felt like I was just went to sleep without dream. But the way it feels directly afterwards is literally like you feel very sore, like if you've trained a lot on your chest muscles. The pain is absolutely bearable. It's from a scale from 1 to 10. It's more like an uncomfortable 2. It's nothing hard, nothing. It feels like a little pressure. Everything went well. Happy about that. And yeah, see you in the next one. Bye. Hello, I'm now back at home already. Just wanted to make a quick update. It's now 11:30, and the pain directly after I left the clinic was from a scale of 1 to 10. During the whole attendance while I was there, it was a easy 1 or 2. It like I said, it was more like soreness in the chest, but now it's like a 3 actually. But I got some painkillers. I wanted to go back actually to say, hey, suddenly on the right side I really have more pain than I was expected, but I called them and they said that's to be expected because on the right side they had to do, due to the rupture, actually, they had to work much harder than it was expected, because during the surgery they realized that it was not only a rupture, but it was actually quite bad. So the right implant was in a really bad state, and he really confirmed that it was the best idea to get them out as soon as possible. So I'm actually quite relieved that yes. But yeah, I'm now on painkillers. Today I'm laying flat, doing nothing, enduring the pain, which again is very bearable. And let's see how tomorrow will be. I will make this vlog for the next 7 days, I assume, or 7, at least until Friday, Sunday, maybe not every single day. But I think it's quite important to understand how the first week will be. I remember when I got the implants, the pain was much worse. I remember them. Yes, no, everything is fine, everything is good. We are doing great. Bye. Hello everyone, this is an update about my surgery. So today is Saturday. As a quick reminder, the surgery was on Tuesday. I was released from the hospital on Wednesday. Thursday I was laying flat completely because, like I said, the pain was manageable, but I was plagued by insomnia. I had the worst insomnia. Even at the hospital, I was not able to sleep at all. But I don't know actually why, because it was not. I had the nicest person sharing the room with me. There was no
particular reason that I was not able to sleep. It was simply just like, I don't know if it was still a little overexcitement, but I was tired. I was on the brink of sleeping all the time. Like I was drifting away, but not sleeping. The first night in the hospital, I was not able to sleep at all. The first night at home, I was not able to sleep at all. I was always on the brink of like level 8, level 9 tiredness out of 10. But it was just like the last thing, the last snap to go to sleep. It was not possible. I already started to feel the negative effects of insomnia on the second day because I realized my brain started to shut off and I wasn't able to say proper words. So that was actually worse. Additionally, I still have my ear infection, and this is also bumming me out completely because I have like the worst. It's not painful. It's more like I'm not able to hear properly on the left side, which confuses me sometimes to from which side people are talking to me. Sometimes I'm not. It's everything is much more intense and more stressful, kind of. Because I always have like, oh, you're saying something. Let me turn my head around like 180 so I can understand what you're saying. Back to my surgery. Oh my goodness, I'm so sidetracked for some reason. Maybe because I had a surgery, duh. I had a surgery on Tuesday, was not able to sleep. I was home on Wednesday, was not able to sleep. On Thursday, I was finally able to sleep during the day and in the night, and that was so necessary. So yesterday, Friday, was the first day that I had the feeling that I'm able to do some things at home. For example, tidy up little things, cleaned some surfaces, for example, in the kitchen, etc. Because you have to consider that my husband is managing the whole household and taking care of our daughter while addressing his full-time job and taking care of me now since at least 2 weeks. So he's doing a great job. Like, I'm so grateful that I have him. Otherwise, this wouldn't be possible in any way. But otherwise, I feel quite good. So yes, I still do have my compression bra on, which will be my partner for the next 6 weeks. But I can't wait until it's sometimes it feels a little itchy. You know that when you get hurt or when you got a rough patch somewhere and your skin is starting to itch because it's healing. Yes, that's kind of how it feels sometimes, but it's still okay. I will be back at my 9 to 5 job on Monday, and they also already, my manager is already reaching out to me like, how are you doing? How is everything going on? Because yeah, I really feel like a burden to everyone at my job, my colleague, my husband especially. Yeah, I hate this feeling, but when it's necessary, it's necessary. All right, that's my Saturday update. I will give you 1 or 2 more updates. Yeah, I guess so. See you in the next one. Bye.
Hello. So it is Monday. Today is Monday. Yes, 6 days after surgery. I only took 1 painkiller today. So, and this is also more like something felt uncomfortable and I wasn't sure about, and I don't want to overdo it on one side. On the other side, I don't want to underdo it, if that's even possible. I don't know. But in the end, today, I actually do feel really well. So the surgery is less than a week ago. Tomorrow is exactly 1 week. And 6 days after, I feel very well. So there is no chest pain, no soreness.
I mean, yes, I still feel it, but it could also actually be just a compression bra, which is very tight, obviously. But otherwise, I feel quite normal, and that's very astounding to me, that after such little time, I already feel quite okay. Obviously, we are still very, I'm saying we because we were saying about my husband and I, we are still very careful. I'm still sleeping in our guest bedroom because our daughter has the habit to throw herself at us, especially on me. I don't know why. And it's quite hard to explain to a 2.5-year-old that she should not do that. So now for the first few days, I am sleeping in the guest bedroom. I think I mentioned that in another vlog, but I can't remember. But yes, I'm getting a lot better day by day, and that is very promising. And yeah, tomorrow I will make my last update for this vlog. Let's see for tomorrow's update. So it's actually already Saturday, and this is still my supportive bra or compression bra. And I did not give you a last update on how I feel after the surgery. But I can say 1 week after surgery, the worst part is over. So now, of course, so there's no longer any kind of pain or something. Of course, it's still quite uncomfortable to wear this compression bra, but in the end, 1 week after surgery, everything is more or less back to normal. Of course, you are still not allowed to wear or to carry any heavier stuff. You're not allowed to do any kind of fitness or sports. But in the end, and yes, that is the only thing that was really like hindering you to complete your normal daily life. But otherwise, apart from that, the pain is completely gone. Obviously, I'm still not able to reach. I mean, yes, I'm still careful with that, but otherwise, this has now been the first time I washed my hair, and that was okay. So I did that with my head above the bathtub, and because everything still needs to be dry as long as possible and clean as long as possible, there are still some plaster, some things across the scars. So of course you still have to care, but in the end, what I want to say is that you feel normal. You still have to care for everything. You still have to wear this for the next 6 weeks, but at this point I will close this first part of the video just saying everything is going normal. I feel great, to be very honest. I really do feel great. I do not miss my big boobs in the slightest. I was actually like, okay, what if I mean, obviously it was a medical reason behind it, because I just received the picture from the surgeon how the implant looked afterwards, and there is no implant left. So in the end, it was a medical reason why you had to do that. But also, like I said at the very beginning, I was already thinking about removing them because it didn't feel like me, and I wanted to get them out as soon as possible. Now there was a medical reason to do that earlier than expected. So yes, in the end, what I want to say, I do not miss my big boobs in the slightest. I still have some kind of boobage. There is still something going on here, but I do not miss them. And I think it's because it still was an option to replace the implants, but I'm so happy that I did not consider this at all. So yes, that's all what I want to say. I will close this video at this point. I'm not able to close it while doing this, but thank you for watching at this point. If you still have some questions, please post them in the comments down below. I will answer them maybe in my next video. Let's see if I will do a video a second part. Let me know if you are interested in that kind of thing. If so, please leave a comment down below, subscribe to the channel so you will get an update when I post that video. But otherwise, that's it from my part. I will close the video with this one, and I will see you in some of my other videos. I hope so. It was a pleasure having you on my channel, and see you in the next one. Bye bye.